morning, our beloved viewers, and welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The head of state received the special envoy for Somaliland affairs. A submission of the report and media coverage on legislative election. And on the international scenes, Organization of Islamic Cooperation holds Israeli responsible for tension. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received today at the Presidential Palace the special envoy of the Somaliland Affairs, Mr. Abdim Hussein Gulait. At the outset of the meeting, the special envoy for Somaliland Affairs received and conveyed to the President the greeting of His Excellency, the Somaliland President, and the meeting of the two parties were with the special envoy for Somaliland affairs comes within the framework of his tour in the countries to the Horn of Africa to obtain political support for the countries and the region. The talks between the two parties held this morning. In his speech, the special envoy of the Somali president for Somaliland, Mr. Abdul Karim Hussein, indicated that the discussion with the head of state and he held a number of discussions with the head of state about common concern files. The Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Barre, sponsored today the opening ceremony of 23rd session of the regional competition for memorizing and reciting the Holy Quran. The side of contestant are boys and girls. These courses collected, which is organized annually by the Ministry of Islamic Affairs and Endowment during the blessed month of Ramadan. A group of memorizer of the Holy Quran from Somalia, Yemen, Sudan, Comoros, Kenya, Tanzania, Somaliland, and Ethiopia, but also Djibouti took place this morning to host the country. The Department of Islamic Affairs is making a commendable effort in cooperation with the rest of the department to ensure the success of the preparation and good organization of this important regional competition and to provide all the appropriate conditions to competing for the first rank of this session. The Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Barre, said in his speech that he delivered additionally with the briefly reviewed the effort of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, and he is aware for the regional competing for the regional competition and memorizing and reciting of the Holy Quran. He said in his speech that this competition allows the young people to compete and motivate them to excel and succeed, but also to enhance their memorization level. The Minister of Information in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Radwan Abdallah Bahdoun, received the member of the National Media Committee led by the chairman of the committee, Mr. Ali Muhammad Dimbiyo. During the meeting, the head of the National Media Committee presented a brief report on the parliamentary election that took place in the country. The 24 February, the aim of the report is on media coverage during the February legislative election. As usual, the National Media Committee submit the report to the Republic before the official issues. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training received this morning the Cuban expert who arrived Thursday evening in the country within the framework of bilateral cooperation between the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training and the Cuban Ministries of Education. Ceremony for receiving the Cuban expert took place in the presence of the Cuban ambassadors to Djibouti, Marcelo, and the arrival of the experts follows the official visit of the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, which led to the signing of a framework agreement between the two ministries and contribute to the building capacity of the ministry and the capacity of transferring the skills in file education children and special need. And also, the Tammany Insurance Company organized yesterday morning the first supplies distribution ceremony for the 2022 at Kempinski Palace Hotel. Tammany Insurance Company held the ceremony was sure by the general manager of a Tammany company, Mr. Mohammed Bahdoun, and the commercial director, Habib Abdi Hussein, the general manager of Salam Bank and general manager of Dorale Containers Management, and member of boards of a director from a Tammany company participated in this event. The Republic of Djibouti has taken a number of measures to revitalize the insurance sectors. And the Minister of Information in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Mr. Rodwan Abdullah Badoun, received the member of a National Media Committee led by the chairman of committee, Mr. Ali Mohammed Dimbio. During the meeting, the head of National Media Committee presented a brief report on parliamentary election that took place in the country on 24 February. The aim of this brief report is media coverage during the February legislative election. As usual, the National Media Committee submit the report to the President of the Republic before it's officially issued. In his speech, the Minister of Information praised in his speech the work done during the electoral campaign for the legislative election that took place on last February, and he said that the committee was up to the responsibility. He also stressed the importance of this report, which shed lights on the conduct of legislative election in terms of media coverage and impartiality between the various campaigning political parties. With the approaching of Eid al-Fitr, Djiboutians are preparing themselves to buy Eid clothes for the central market located at Mahmoudi Harbi Squares, where it's witnessed a noticeable crowding and shops are crowded with the streets vendors who are present on the sidewalks to sell aid supplies. In this regard, the streets are crowded with buyers and sellers who cause as usual. Therefore, the elements of a Department Commission of the National Police carry out large-scale daily operation to reduce congestion and avoid accident, and also the movement of cars which affect public security in the country. In an interview during by the head of a police commission department in the fight constituently, Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahim Ahmed indicated that the police are making the remarkable effort in this place so that citizens can buy the needs of their families and they can easily join the markets and find their advantage of this opportunity to overcrowd steals buyers. For the third consecutive day, the National Police continues large-scale operation to combat illegal immigration and drugs in all its forms. In this regard, the intervention elements of National Police and elements of public security carry out large-scale operation in accordance with directive of General Directorate of the National Police, which made combating illegal and beggars measures priority. During this operation, a large group of illegal immigrants and beggars were arrested, and it should be noted that the distribution law several punished the possession of sale and distribution of drugs. And now moving on to the international scenes. Today, Saturday, the Executive Committee of Organization of Islamic Cooperation issued a closing of a statement of an extraordinary meeting. For more details in this report.
IC in its extraordinary meeting held on Saturday addressed the current striving of Christians against the Holy Al-Aqsa in a final statement adopted at the end of the meeting, which was assisted by Anadolu. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation strongly condemned the dangerous escalation of the Israeli occupation force and repeated aggression against the Holy Al-Aqsa Mosque during the holy month of Ramadan, including brutal assault on the night of the 14th Ramadan on the prior worship on its esplanade, including women and children, resulting in the injury and arrest of hundreds of them and causing damage to Mosala al-Ghibali.
This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.